The galaxy had been quiet for many years. Many believed Earth was just a small, unimportant planet in the vast universe. The great powers of the galaxy did not pay much attention to it. They thought Earth was weak and unprepared. But they were wrong. Deep beneath the surface of Earth, hidden from every scanner and satellite, there was a secret, something no one knew about. A warship unlike any other. A ship so powerful and advanced that it could change the fate of the entire galaxy. This was Earth's secret supercarrier, built in silence and shadow. No one outside Earth had ever seen. It had been waiting, sleeping under layers of rock and metal, waiting for the right moment. And now, that moment was coming. Strange signals had begun to arrive from the edge of the galaxy. Signals that no one understood. Signals that warned of a great danger. On a cold night far from the cities and noise, a small team of scientists and military officers gathered in a hidden base. They stared at glowing screens filled with strange symbols and patterns. The signals were getting stronger every hour. The whole galaxy was changing. Something was coming. Captain Sarah Malik was the leader of the team. She was strong, calm, and determined. Her eyes moved quickly across the data, looking for any clue. She had heard stories about Earth's secret warships since she was a child, stories told by her grandfather, a retired admiral, but she never believed them until now. "This is not normal," she said quietly. "These signals are not just random noise. They have a purpose." One of the young scientists looked nervous. "What do you think it means, Captain?" Sarah took a deep breath. "I think it means we are no longer alone in this fight. The galaxy is about to wake up." Far away, in the dark space above Earth, the secret supercarrier waited silently. Its massive engines were cold and its weapons were hidden deep inside. But soon it would awaken. Earth's most powerful secret was ready to rise. Back in the base, the team worked day and night. They prepared the warship for launch. Every detail was checked again and again. This was the moment they had trained for their whole lives. The warship's name was the Guardian. It was unlike any ship known in the galaxy. It was larger than any battleship, stronger than any fortress, and faster than the quickest fighter. But what made it truly special was the technology inside. Advanced shields that could withstand entire fleets, weapons that could destroy planets, and a crew of the best humans trained for war and survival. But the galaxy did not know about the Guardian yet. It was Earth's secret weapon, a last hope if the darkness came. Suddenly, alarms rang in the base. The signals from space had changed. They became urgent, faster, louder. A message came through. It was a warning. Captain Malik and her team listened, carefully. The message was from a distant system. An alien race called the Zarthul was moving closer to Earth's region. They were known for destroying everything in their path. Their ships were strong, their soldiers ruthless. "We must act fast," Sarah said. "The Zarthul don't know about the Guardian. We have the advantage. We must prepare the warship and get ready to defend Earth." The base was full of tension and excitement. The secret was no longer safe. The galaxy was watching. Meanwhile, on Earth's surface, people lived their normal lives. They had no idea what was happening far below their feet or in the stars above. To them, Earth was just a peaceful blue planet. But soon, their world would change forever. As the days passed, the signals kept growing stronger. Scientists all over Earth were puzzled. Governments tried to hide the truth from the public, but rumors began to spread. Strange ships were seen in the sky. Unexplained lights appeared over secret military bases. Captain Malik knew the time was near. The Guardian would rise from the shadows and show the galaxy that Earth was not to be ignored. Finally, the moment arrived. The massive doors of the underground base opened with a deep rumble. Bright light shone on the warship's sleek body. The Guardian stood tall and proud, ready to face the unknown. The crew boarded the ship with steady hearts. Every person on board knew the importance of this mission. They were Earth's shield, its sword, and its last hope. The engines started to hum, slowly at first, then louder and stronger. The Guardian lifted from its hidden home and flew into space, breaking the silence that had lasted for centuries. As the warship moved into the stars, the galaxy watched. No one expected Earth to have such a secret weapon. The news spread quickly among the alien worlds. Whispers turned into shock. The secret Earth supercarrier had appeared, and the galaxy was left speechless. The story was only beginning. The Guardian moved quietly through space, its dark hull shining faintly under distant stars. Captain Sarah Malik sat in the command chair, her eyes fixed on the glowing screen before her. The signals they had been tracking were no longer mysterious noises. Now they were clear messages, warnings, even pleas. Something in the galaxy was stirring, and Earth's secret warship was the only answer. The crew worked silently, each person aware of the weight of their mission. The ship was alive with soft hums of engines and the blinking lights of control panels. Outside the thick glass of the command deck, the stars seemed calm, but Sarah knew calm was only a mask. Far beyond the edge of known space, trouble was growing. Suddenly, the signal patterns changed again. The calm messages turned into urgent bursts, like a heartbeat racing faster and faster. The crew gathered around the communication console, waiting for the message to come through. It was from a voice they did not understand at first. Strange sounds like a language from a distant world. But then the universal translator kicked in, and the words became clear. The message was a warning from a small alien colony near the border of the galaxy. They spoke of shadows moving in the dark, of ships disappearing without a trace, and of a force no one had seen before. Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. "We are not alone," she whispered. "Something is coming. Something that no one is ready for." The crew began to prepare. They ran drills, checked every system, and kept their eyes on the stars. The Guardian was a ship built for defense and hope, but no one knew exactly what it would face. Outside, strange lights flickered on the ship's sensors. They were too fast to be natural, too quiet to be ordinary ships. Something was watching them, testing their strength. In the silence of space, a sudden movement caught the crew's attention. A small probe appeared near the Guardian, glowing softly with blue light. It sent out images, scenes of distant planets, strange creatures, and warnings written in symbols. The crew studied the images carefully. They showed a galaxy full of danger, but also one with allies waiting in the shadows. Not all creatures wanted war. Some hoped for peace and help. Sarah looked at the images and then at her crew. "We must find these allies," she said. "We need friends who can help us protect Earth and the galaxy." As the Guardian moved forward, it sent a message of its own, a call for help and friendship. The galaxy was listening now. The secret Earth warship was no longer just a hidden power. It was a beacon of hope in dark times. But even as the call went out, the unknown force grew closer. The shadows in the dark were not just stories. They were real, and they were coming faster than anyone expected. Sarah knew this was only the beginning of a long journey. The galaxy had many secrets, and Earth's secret warship was ready to face them all. The vastness of space stretched endlessly before the Guardian as it continued its journey through the silent darkness. Captain Sarah Malik stood quietly at the observation window, watching distant stars twinkle like tiny lanterns in the night. Yet beneath that peaceful light, she felt a deep tension growing. The signals they had intercepted were only the beginning, and the true challenge was yet to come. On the bridge, the crew moved with calm purpose, each member focused on their task. The mysterious probe they had encountered earlier was still following them at a distance, sending images and data that puzzled even the most experienced scientists aboard. These images showed distant worlds and strange, peaceful civilizations, but they also revealed unsettling patterns, areas of space where entire fleets had vanished without a trace. One of the communications officers called out softly, "Captain, the probe's data shows increased activity near the Andari cluster. Several ships have disappeared there recently. The pattern suggests something is blocking all signals and movement." Sarah nodded slowly. We need to investigate. If those ships disappeared, there may be a danger heading this way. We cannot wait until it reaches Earth. Preparations began immediately. The Guardian adjusted its course, moving silently towards the Andari cluster. The crew worked to analyze every piece of data, searching for clues in the strange emptiness that lay ahead. As they approached the cluster, sensors picked up unusual readings. The stars seemed dimmer here, and a faint mist of energy shimmered in the void. It was as if space itself was bending and twisting, creating a barrier no one had seen before. Suddenly, a soft pulse echoed through the ship's systems, a rhythmic beat like a heartbeat from the darkness. It grew stronger, filling the ship with a strange energy that no one could explain. Sarah felt a shiver of both fear and curiosity. This energy, it's not harmful, but it's powerful, almost alive. The scientists speculated it could be a form of ancient technology left behind by a long-lost civilization, something that had been dormant for thousands of years, now awakening as the Guardian approached. The crew felt a growing sense of urgency. This was no ordinary mission. They were stepping into a mystery that stretched beyond their understanding. Suddenly, the probe sent a new message, a symbol that none had seen before. It glowed softly, on the screens pulsing in time with the energy in the void. Sarah studied it carefully. This could be a warning or an invitation, she said. Either way, we must proceed with caution. The Guardian moved forward, guided by both hope and determination. The galaxy was full of secrets, some welcoming, others dangerous. But Earth's secret warship had a mission: to protect, to discover, and to stand strong no matter what lay ahead. As the mystery deepened, the crew prepared for the unknown, knowing that every moment could change the future of Earth and the entire galaxy. The journey was far from over, and the greatest challenges were yet to come. The stars outside the Guardian shimmered quietly as the ship glided deeper into the Andari cluster. The soft hum of the engines was the only sound in the vast silence of space. Captain Sarah Malik stood at the bridge's observation window, feeling the weight of the unknown pressing on her. Every new signal, every strange reading, told a story she could not yet fully understand. The crew had worked tirelessly since entering the cluster. The strange energy that pulsed through the void seemed to influence the ship's systems in subtle ways. Lights flickered unpredictably, and the sensors showed shifting patterns as if the very fabric of space was alive. Suddenly, a new message came through on the communications console. It was not like the others, clear and calm, but urgent and filled with emotion. The message was from an ancient alien race known as the Valar, long thought lost to time. Their voices were soft but strong, speaking in a language almost forgotten. The message told of a great challenge facing the galaxy, a force that threatened to upset the balance of life itself. Sarah listened carefully, the meaning clear despite the distance of thousands of light years. The Valar warned that the energy in the cluster was a beacon, attracting those who sought power but also those who sought peace. It was a test, a call to all who wished to protect the future. The crew exchanged looks filled with determination. They were not just explorers or warriors, they were guardians of hope. The Guardian was more than a ship. It was a symbol of Earth's resolve. As they moved forward, strange shapes began to appear on the sensors. Shadows moved within the energy mist, forming patterns that were almost like living beings. The ship's advanced scanners struggled to keep up, but the crew stayed focused. Suddenly, the energy around the Guardian flared brightly, surrounding the ship in a glowing halo. The lights on the bridge dimmed and a gentle vibration passed through the hull. The crew held their breath. Sarah's voice was calm but firm. "Steady, everyone. We are part of something greater now." From the glowing mist, a figure appeared, a tall being, radiant and calm, stepping into the light. It spoke without words, its message reaching the minds of everyone aboard. "Peace is the path forward," the being said. But the path is guarded by challenges. Earth's secret warship has come at the right time. Together we will find the way. The crew felt a wave of hope and responsibility. They were not alone. Allies waited in the darkness, ready to stand with them. As the Guardian prepared to move deeper into the cluster, Sarah knew the journey was far from over. The mysteries of the galaxy were vast, but so was the strength of those willing to face them. The story of Earth's secret warship was only beginning, and the galaxy was watching. The Guardian sailed steadily through the glowing mist of the Andari cluster, its crew still processing the encounter with the radiant being. The calm it brought was comforting, yet the sense of a greater purpose settled heavily on their minds. Captain Sarah Malik watched the stars shift outside the viewport, feeling the quiet tension that space always carried, especially when the unknown lay ahead. The ship's sensors detected a subtle change in the energy fields around them. Unlike before, these new readings pulsed with a rhythm both natural and artificial, like the breath of an enormous living structure. The Guardian adjusted course, moving cautiously toward the source of this strange pulse. Inside the ship, the crew prepared for whatever lay ahead. Scientists analyzed data streams, engineers fine-tuned systems, and communications officers listened for any message that might come from the depths of the cluster. The air was thick with anticipation. Suddenly, a soft chime sounded through the ship's intercom, and the science officer's voice came over. "Captain, we are detecting what appears to be a colossal structure, partially hidden within the energy mist. It's unlike anything recorded before." Sarah leaned forward, eyes sharp. "Details?" The science officer replied. "It appears to be ancient, millennia old. The structure emits a low-frequency hum and seems to be a hub of some kind, perhaps a center for communication or energy." A hush fell over the bridge. The crew felt the gravity of their discovery. This was no ordinary relic. It was alive in a way, pulsing with energy that linked to the signals they had been following. The Guardian approached slowly, sensors probing every inch of the structure's surface. Suddenly, an unexpected response came from within the hub, a pattern of lights and waves that matched the ship's own communication signals. It was as if the structure was reaching out, trying to connect. Sarah ordered, "Open a communication channel. Let's see if we can understand what it wants." The ship's translators worked quickly, deciphering the complex patterns into simple phrases. The structure's message was clear. It was a Guardian, placed there long ago by an ancient race to protect the galaxy from harm. It had been waiting for one capable of receiving its call. "We have been chosen to carry the torch," Sarah thought, the weight of responsibility pressing on her shoulders. This was why the Guardian had been kept a secret, why Earth's might had been hidden from the galaxy, for moments like this. The crew worked together, sending a response that promised cooperation and vigilance. The structure responded with a surge of energy that flowed through the Guardian's systems, enhancing their shields and sensors. As the energy settled, a new message came through, a map showing routes and places where allies could be found. It was a guide, a path toward unity and strength. Sarah studied the map, her mind racing. "We must follow this path. The galaxy is larger and more connected than we imagined. Our mission is just beginning." The crew felt renewed purpose. The secret warship was no longer just a guardian of Earth. It was a beacon of hope for all who sought peace and safety. Outside, the stars sparkled brighter as if welcoming the Guardian to its new role. The journey ahead was long and full of unknowns, but the ship and its crew were ready to face the future together. The galaxy had revealed one of its greatest secrets, and Earth's secret warship was prepared to answer the call. The Guardian drifted through the calm expanse of space, now guided by the ancient map it had received. The crew was restless but determined, each person aware that their mission was more important than ever before. Captain Sarah Malik stood in the command center, her gaze steady as she reviewed the coordinates blinking softly on the screen. The galaxy seemed to hold its breath. Far ahead, unknown worlds awaited, some friendly, others shrouded in mystery. The signals that had once been faint whispers now carried clear meaning, a call for unity, for hope, for protection. Suddenly, the sensors detected a ripple in the fabric of space. It was not a threat, but a sign, an invitation from a distant planet that the map had marked as a place of ancient knowledge. The crew adjusted their course toward this beacon, eager to uncover more answers. As the Guardian approached the planet, the atmosphere glowed softly with hues of blue and green. The world below was covered in vast forests and shimmering lakes, untouched and serene. It was a peaceful place, but one that held great importance. On the surface, the crew discovered ruins of a once great civilization, symbols and technology, blended with nature, telling stories of wisdom and cooperation among many species. The air seemed alive with history, and the crew felt a deep connection to the legacy left behind. Captain Malik led a team to explore the ruins. Among the artifacts, they found a device, a repository of knowledge from the ancients. It contained lessons on harmony, energy, and the balance needed to keep the galaxy safe. The device also held warnings about forces that sought to disrupt peace, but emphasized that cooperation and understanding could overcome any challenge. Back on the ship, the crew studied the knowledge carefully. It was clear that Earth and its secret warship were part of a larger story, a story of guardianship and alliance. Sarah addressed her crew, her voice filled with quiet strength. "We are not alone in this mission. Many others have stood where we stand now, and many more will join us. Our duty is to carry their legacy forward." The crew felt a renewed sense of purpose. Their journey had begun with mystery and uncertainty, but it was now a path toward hope and unity. As the Guardian prepared to leave the planet, a new message arrived, a signal from one of the allies shown on the map. It was a simple phrase, but powerful in meaning. "Welcome, friend. Together we will protect the future." The stars outside seemed to shine brighter, as if the galaxy itself was celebrating the start of a new chapter. The Guardian sailed forward, carrying with it the hopes of Earth and all who believed in peace. The secret warship was no longer just a hidden power. It was a symbol of hope, a protector of harmony, and a beacon for the future. The journey was far from over, but Captain Malik and her crew were ready. They would face whatever came next with courage, wisdom, and the strength of many united voices. The galaxy had found its guardian, and the story was just beginning.